Um, Man, today has been an absolute cluster of a day. From one thing to the next. Maybe I've been home total of like an hour since I got up this morning. That's a lie. I had a couple hours this morning taking care of my grandson. Couldn't leave to do some things that I wanted to do today, but I had my grandson, so I ain't mad, you know what I mean? But what, 8:30, 9? By 9 was gone. We were gone and gone for the rest of the day. Part of what I do is get Amazon pallets. So we found a spot today where we picked up 10 pallets. Yeah, 10. And when I walked in, the guy's like, pick the ones you want. I'm like, oh crap. So now I'm running around trying to look in them and see what has anything I might like. So I grabbed my 10, brought them home. Our sink's been backed up, still backed up. Of course, the plumber calls right when I show up back home, right? So I call a few friends up or guys that live in my houses. They start packing up or unpacking the 10 pallets into the garage at my other house. And my dad shows up and starts helping me work on some cars. And I gotta help my grandkids a little bit again. And I had to run a few errands. And so it's 11:20. I'm finishing up this video. Just got done with all my workouts. I'm gonna take my picture also, and then go to bed, you know. But outside, I ain't mad for doing what we gotta do to get where we gotta go, you know what I mean? Like, and that's one of the things I talk about, right? Like, what is it that you gotta do to get where you gotta go? And whatever it is, you gotta get it done, you know. Wes Watson, in one of his videos, he talks about, like, as a man, you can't complain that where you live is too expensive, so you can't do the things you need to do. He said, then get another job or get a different job that pays you more, because you're worth more. And so, like, I tell my wife, like, I'm gonna have you retired in 3 years. Like, we're gonna make enough money at that point to where she doesn't have to work. And I keep telling her, like, I promise. So, like, that's why we pick up the things we do to get where we gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's gonna stop us from getting to the goal, right? And that's what I talked about yesterday. Like, goals and purpose, they don't care how you feel. They don't, right? 75 Hard doesn't care how I feel. It doesn't. It has to get done. So today was crazy, you know what I mean? Still trying to figure time in there to get 75 Hard done and get my workouts in. And for the most part, we got done what we needed to, you know. And my eating wasn't terrible, you know what I mean? I had some Chipotle earlier and chorizo and egg for breakfast, but I didn't get to spend enough time at home to eat all the food, or the food that I wanted to eat today. So it's good, you know what I mean? Like, we keep doing what we gotta do and get where we gotta go. Supposed to have another DEXA scan this coming week. Don't know if I'm gonna make it yet, so we'll see what's up. And then you know, I still get my workouts in. You know, it's kind of crazy. I always tell people, man, do the right thing for the right reason. Put good things on the wheel of life, and good things come back, right? And yesterday on Facebook, I had posted asking the question, because right now I do all my recording on my GoPro, right? My GoPro 9 Black. And there's days where it works really, really good, and there's days it's horrible, right? I guess it gets hot and shuts off, and so there's days where recording becomes difficult because it just wants to keep shutting off, which sucks, because then I got to figure out how to splice it all together and try to get all the seconds correct, so when I have to put another video on top of another one, I got to try and lay them on top of each other correctly. So that sucks. But I had put on Facebook yesterday, anybody looking to get rid of a DSLR camera or even a mirrorless right now. Mirrorless, I'm reaching for, right? Because those are the new thing and they're expensive. So nobody might be trying to get rid of one. They may be willing to sell one for a pretty good price, but I got a message later on that day saying that somebody had one for me. You know what I mean? And I was like, great, I need it. And I said, how much? And they're like, nothing. Just come get it. It's good. It's free. You can have it. And I'm like, yes, right? And so like, kind of what I think about like is I've been trying to do a lot of the right things for the right reason, right? Not for me to get stuff in return, but because I want people to know what it looks like to live right. You know what I mean? To take care of each other and to love on one another. I want to be an example of what that looks like. 'Cause I teach all my guys, and that's the way we get down. You know, one of my grand sponsees had posted, you know, don't feel bad when you treat people the way they treat you. And I was like, no, that's incorrect. I highly disagree with that statement. The statement, or what we should be doing, is treating people the way we want to be treated, regardless of how they treat us, right? Because we are the base of our fellowship is goodwill, which means to do the proper service, which means doing the right thing for the right reason. I always say, no matter what, we always do what's right. And so, like, put good things on the wheel of life, and I want to believe that good things come back, right? And so somebody hit me back. They had a free camera for me, and so I went and picked that up today and got that to my camera guy so he could start you know, learning how to use it, so we could start shooting some different footage, right? And then using the GoPro as an accompaniment to the DSLR camera. So things are good, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I was telling her, like, this is amazing. You know, I started this YouTube channel, and I'm shooting content for Instagram and Facebook and all these other things. And so, like, I'm excited about what will come. You know what I mean? It's gonna be good, and I think this is gonna move us forward, right? That's what we always want to be doing, is look for things to move us ahead, not keep us stuck, right? Not move us backwards, but move us forward. And so what is it that we have around us that moves us forward? You know, today I heard on the radio or on a video a guy saying, he was talking about GTA, right, which is Grand Theft Auto. It's a video game, and he was asking the question, why do people play video games, right? And why do they work so hard to build their characters, to basically live the lives that they don't live? And he said, I'll tell you why. Because people are scared to live the things they try to live in their characters, right? And I was sitting there thinking about, like, that's true for for anyone who plays video games. Nobody can tell you, oh, I just play video games because I like it. No, you play video games because you wish that was you in the game, or you want that to be you, or you imagine that being you, living out what you're doing in the game. It's okay, don't lie, right? Own it, right? When you're playing Madden, you're like, ooh, you know, wishing you were the one throwing the touchdown like Patrick Mahomes, or, you know, catching it. So you're gonna see this, like, circle thing that pops up on the screen in a second, right? Or now, because now I gotta blend these two videos together, because, like I said, the camera shut off. So what I was talking about is people who live vicariously through their characters. You know, they try to make their GTA guy all bad and buff and committing all these crimes that they probably wish they could commit themselves, but they're too scared to. So they play it in a video game, and it makes them feel like they're doing it, right? Or playing football or basketball, or, right? There's this these endorphins that set off in our brains that make us feel like we're the guy on the screen. Whether it be Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever it is, like, we get so into, like, just creating our characters or playing our games right, that we feel like we are in it, and that's us. And why wouldn't we want to do that with our own lives, right? Like, why wouldn't I want to be the baddest dude on my block, or in my city, or in the county? Not some video game, right? If I really want to go play Call of Duty, why don't I join the Marines or the Army, or right? Like, am I afraid I might die? So the video game lets me live out my dreams without really dying or feeling like I am. See, and that's the thing, right? I don't play video games, but I did when I was a kid. But it's just crazy the way like some adults play the games as if like there's no happiness in the world without them. It's sad. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry that some people are not excited enough about their life to try to live out their dreams in real reality, rather than putting it on some video game and trying to make themselves be some fictional character. Why wouldn't you want to be buff or bad or lots of money or nice cars instead of just playing the game trying to get it done? So I want to encourage people, get out the video game, get out of it, and live your life the way you want, the way you're trying to live in that game, right? If you want to play football, and I get it, right? Some of us don't have the chance to play football today. So that's why we play the video game, because it makes us feel like we're there. Do what you gotta do with your own life. Handle business, right? Handle it. It's good, you know. I don't want to live a fake life. And I know there's people who are like, oh, it's not that serious, whatever. It's good. Tell yourself what you got to sleep at night, to be okay in your skin. I don't need to lie to myself, right? I know I struggle with a lot of things today, right? I've really been watching through this process of becoming the man I've always dreamed of, or the man that I needed in my life, right? Because somebody else might need him. I do see the flaws that I have in my life, right? The thinking patterns that I have, or the lack of direction or discipline that I have, I want to have, I desire. And so it just requires me to keep pushing forward, right? Literature says active recovery is an active change in idea and attitude. So I always have to ask, what idea and what attitude am I actively trying to change? And I don't want to, right? It all says that fear and failure became a way of life, and I don't want failure to become a way of life, right? And we can say, oh, we're not failing anymore, we're successful, right? Because the literature says that any day clean is a successful day no matter what happens, and that's a damn lie, right? That's a lie. Because I could be a real crappy person, do a lot of damage to people, and go, oh, I was clean today, so it's a success. No, because I did not practice spiritual principles. So one of the things that I've been thinking about for me and for the guys and the people that I work with, I think I have a group chat with all my sponsees, and I think I'm going to start sending a spiritual principle of the day out to them every day, right? Because that might help me in my growth, and I would hope that one of them might find it beneficial for their recovery too, and their growth daily, right? Because the literature says that our program is a set of principles, right? Written so simply we can follow them in our daily lives. So we need to learn what the principles are in order to get to the places we want to be, to become the people we want to do, right? And so, like, I want to challenge you, like, what can you do today to help your growth, right? What can you do today that you can do every day following to become the person that you want to be, right? What can you do today that benefits not only you but the people around you, right? Like, are people around you getting better as you get better, or are they staying sick and the same? Then something's wrong, right? Like, my sponsor taught me a long time ago, like, the people around me are going to get better if I get better. But if people around you aren't getting better, then you got to ask, what are you doing, right? Like, how's this going? And so some things that I have to think about, like, in that sense, right? But I know I'm doing a good work to get where I want to go. At the end of the day, I'm going to be there. I'm going to arrive to that spot that I keep talking about, 10% body fat, and my wife retired, and, like, living the good life. You know what I mean? Not that I live a terrible life, because I live a pretty good life today too, but just in a place of content and no fear, and, you know, I don't want to live a fake life. I want to live a real life. And so, like, I want to challenge you, like, what can you do today to help your growth, right? What can you do today that you can do every day following to become the person that you want to be, right? And just the ability to do whatever is necessary. So I just want to encourage everybody, man, find you something that brings joy to your life and moves you forward, right? That doesn't keep you stuck. I love that I get to get outside and get walks in and see nature and connect with it and see my neighbors and wave to them and just be a good person. And so I hope that each of you can find that too, right? That thing that you do that brings peace to your life, right? Working out does that too for me, right? Like I get all the aggression out that I've been holding in or not holding in, but just upset about, get it out. You know what I mean? It's going to be all right. So I just want to encourage you to let you know that God loves you, and so do I. I hope you have a great day, and God bless you.